I like that these podcasts have turned into sort of a sitcom where anybody just sort of drops in, like, oh, there's the wacky neighbor. You're really sort of focused on projects that have a social concern, an edge to them, right?
I think I always have. Me personally, I don't see the point of contributing to this planet unless you're going to be doing some good.
Now you're trying to introduce others to that idea through Salon Garage.
A lot of people have asked me, can I come with you on these trips? And I've always said, no, you can't, because it doesn't make sense for me to be in front of Caxton, photographing Caxton with an entourage of people and their cameras and, you know, wondering, scratching their head about f-stops and all that stuff. Like, that, to me, is insane. But what isn't insane was I had this crazy idea last fall to bring a group of people to India just for kicks, to an international NGO, and see what would happen. So in other words, what I decided to do was I took all of these emails that people said, can I come with you? Can I sit down to, you know, with coffee? Can I pick your brain for an hour? So I put them all into a folder called Coffee Talk, because all these people wanted to go and take me to coffee. And so the folder was growing with emails and emails and emails. And so finally I thought, well, why don't I just create a trip where they can actually work on their own project and I will mentor. I'll mentor the overall way it works. Like, I'll work with the NGO, I'll do the logistics, I'll set it up, we'll come up with projects together, myself and the NGO, and let them do it. So what's happened with Salon Garage is the first trip we went to India, and a bunch of people went to an NGO that gets kids off the streets and into an orphanage. So I worked with the NGO in advance, I went there in advance, and we set it up, people showed up. I mentored all of them, we all created this great work, and then came back to the United States, and then I helped them. It's changed since then, but what I did then was I helped them put together a photo exhibition of all their photos and correct captions and stress how important, you know, truth is in captions. And they're all amateurs, and it hung in a coffee shop, and then that was in January of '08, and it's still hanging.
You know, for Salon Garage, you're actually having people go over, they're creating media. You are an incredibly talented photographer. Do other people who join up have to be that skilled, or can you be just an amateur shutterbug and go over there?
No. In fact, most of the people that are doing the kind of work that I'm doing are most likely going to go on their own trips and sort it out themselves, get a grant, find a funder. They probably already had that kind of experience. It's more for the people that are making blogs, they're just putting things into Flickr, amateur photographers, amateur writers, amateur filmmakers, all the people that are passionate about it, and they're actually going to get it done. They're going to go home and they're going to do it. And I just was speaking at Seattle University the other day in a photography class, and I had this sort of back and forth with the professor, because okay, so you take Magnum photographers. How many Magnum photographers are there out of photographers in the world? I don't know the percentage, but it's pretty tiny. And then you take the Magnum photographers that you know of, then you take the Magnum photographers that actually go to a country and do this kind of work. I mean, it's such a tiny little speck on this planet that how much is really going to get done, rather than, you know, taking all the people. It's almost, in a way, it's almost crowdsourcing, where you just take all the people that want to get it done and direct them in a place where they're going to do it, and then direct them back home where they're going to get it out there. And if we just wait for all of the professionals and the people that have won awards and all that to do stuff, well, we're really missing out on a huge opportunity with all these other people creating all this media. That's fantastic. Like, for example, the photo on the cover of that book, I won...
Can I come with you?
No.
Social documentary photography by Amanda Koster.
I won a lot of awards for that. I got a lot of grants for that, but it doesn't do him any good.
Right.
The award makes no difference to Caxton. What makes a difference to Caxton is that somebody knows his story, somehow he got the support, and now he's going to school. You know, that's what matters. And so I'm able to leverage my career, really, to make Salon Garage and the book and all these other things happen. But I really don't believe you have to wait until you're something in order to do it. Like, wait for tomorrow. You know, this whole living for tomorrow thing is a bunch of bullshit. Like, just do it now. If you feel like you need to do it, just do it, and you'll get better, or you won't, but you'll still do it.